Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be announcing my first big trip on the channel. I've been planning this one for quite a while, since December of last year, and it's just under 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks until I go. Super excited. So I'm heading over to LA, flying into LAX to do all the parks around California. As I say, so many bucket list parks on there, and yeah, I'm going to go into detail as to what I'm going to be getting up to at the start of May. So day one, I'm going to travel down to Heathrow. Those of you that don't know, I live just north of Alton Towers, about an hour north of Alton Towers, so it's quite a long way for me to get down there, so it should take me around about 3.5 hours. I'm going to be travelling down a couple of days before I fly, as I'm going to be heading to Thorpe Park the day before I do fly, which again, super excited for. Didn't get a chance to do Hyperion last year due to work commitments and things like that. So I've heard great reviews, I've heard great things about it, and hopefully it lives up to expectation. So yeah, I'm heading down there. Park will be open 10 till 6. I'm hoping to get that vlog on the night before I fly, so that then I can fly and that vlog will all be up then. Excited to get back on the Swarm, which was one of my favourite coasters in the UK. In fact, it probably still is. I think Icon just beats at the moment, so it's currently second, but I'm imagining Hyperion will be number 1 after that. Get back on Walking Dead. I really like the theming in there as well, which is great. Hopefully Stealth will be open. I know it's had a few problems and whatnot, so hopefully that will be open. It's one of the last few accelerator coasters going, so that'll be great. Nemesis Inferno is great, lovely, the interlocking corkscrews there as well. So yeah, that's the day before I head out. I've got my iPad down here, so just so I don't miss anything. So then day 3 of the trip will obviously be travelling over to LAX. I think I'll land around about 1-2 o'clock their time, which should be quite nice. I'm on the daytime flight from Heathrow rather than the overnight flights. Try and avoid overnight flights where I can, as I really struggle to sleep on the plane. So yeah, should get in there and then hiring a car, and day 1 of the actual trip will be at Universal. I don't really know much about this Universal, to be completely honest, and I was umming and ahhing whether to go at this year or next year, obviously with them building the Hollywood Fast and Furious ride. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that looks absolutely incredible. But I thought, no, I'm going to go this year. A reason for going this year is Six Flags and Cedar Fair are just closing some of the absolutely incredible attractions that they've got. I'm really kind of trying to tighten their portfolio of rides, so that anything that loses money or is really expensive to maintain, they're just getting rid of now that there's a lot less competition. So I thought, this year I'm going to go and do all of these incredible rides before they close. We'll get on to one that's unfortunately closed later on. But yeah, starting the trip, at Universal. I've paid to get into Super Nintendo World. I think it's an hour earlier. Explore that. As I say, don't really know a lot about the park. Just kind of really excited to go and see. And sometimes with parks as well, I find that if you do all your research and you really go into it and you really look at what's on offer there, you can miss certain things. So I'm kind of just going there with an open mind, going to go and see what's happening, and I'll take you along for the trip. So yeah, that's kind of it with Universal. After that, so the park will shut, Universal will close at 7. I'm then heading up to Six Flags Magic Mountain, which is absolutely the main reason for this trip. There's been 2 bucket list parks that have been on my bucket list for years and years and years. First one was Cedar Point, second one was Six Flags Magic Mountain. I was able to experience Cedar Point last year, which was absolutely phenomenal. Spent 2 days up there, was brilliant, and one of the rides there, Steel Vengeance, has inspired me to kind of make this channel. So yeah, I thought, what better time to go and do it? Let's go and do it now. I will be getting back out to Cedar Point, so you will be able to see my reactions to all of those rides, because yeah, those 2 theme parks have been at the top of my bucket list for a long time. So park hours there, I'll be spending 3 days there. Park hours on the Friday and the Sunday are 10:30 till 6. and on the Saturday it is 10:30 till 8. So I don't think I'll be getting any night rides, but I'm not too bothered about that. Again, I am incredibly excited to be going there. I'm excited to do Tatsu. Be the first time I'm doing a proper B&M flyer. Obviously we've got Galactica in the UK, but I think that's a pretty poor representation of what B&M flyers can do. I've heard a lot about the pretzel loop and how intense that is. So again, I'm really, really looking forward to that. Obviously X2, one of only two fourth dimension coasters in the world. That ride just looks absolutely insane. Again, incredibly excited to give that one a go. I think my expectations for that are really, really high. The only thing is I'm not a massive fan of super intense rides, and I know that it can be really intense. So again, just kind of wait and see what happens with that one. But again, super excited to take that off of my bucket list. Twisted Colossus, again, another RMC that I'll be able to do. I've done Steel Vengeance and Zardra now. So again, one that I can tick off. Don't think it'll quite be as good as them, but I'm hoping that I'll get it dueling. I'm not expecting to get it dueling, but if I do, great. If not, I'll still enjoy it. Goliath, again, another incredible ride that looks insane. I'm mainly excited for that one for the entrance, to be completely honest. You go behind the A in Goliath, I think. Again, kind of a bucket list photo opportunity, which I'll be super excited about. You've also got Wonder Woman, which will be my second RMC single rail. I did Jersey Devil last year when I was able to get on King Dakar. I'm super excited for this one as well. I think from looking at it, it's a much bigger model, and I think a lot of people have come off of it quite surprised by it. I really like Jersey Devil. Jersey Devil's actually in my top 10, so I'm expecting a lot from Wonder Woman. And West Coast Racers as well. When I was kind of really starting my passion for theme parks and roller coasters, this was one of the roller coasters that was kind of announced and looked really, really cool, and so I'm excited to get out there and give it a go. I don't think it's the most comfortable thing with the restraints, and again, I'm sort of nearly 6'1", so sometimes that can be a bit of a squeeze to get in. And from what I've heard, the comfort collars can be quite uncomfortable, but again, it's a bucket list ride that I've always wanted to do. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Cedar Fair and Six Flags, now that they've merged, are closing some of their problematic attractions, and one of those that'll be closed is Superman. I was really, really hoping that I would beat it before it closed. I thought it was going to close at some point. I was just hoping I would be able to get on it before it closed. Unfortunately not. Still leaves 19 credits to get there, which is an insane amount. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, that attraction has gone. And again, that's one of the reasons why I'm really trying to get out there and experience these things. I was able to experience King of the Car last year. Thank God I did, because I'd be absolutely gutted if I'd missed out on that. I'm going to miss out on Superman. I missed out on Top Thrill Dragster because I put off going to these parks for so long. So this year I've said I'm going to go out and do these things. So yeah, that kind of wraps up the Six Flags Magic Mountain portion of this. Super excited. The main reason that I'm going is for that. So after that, I'm going to be heading back into the middle of LA, where I'll be going to Disneyland. I'll be spending 2 days at Magic Kingdom in Magic Kingdom, California, I think it's called. Again, there's some bucket list rides there. Rise of the Resistance is the main one at that park that I'm excited for. You've got Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is obviously a retheme of Splash Mountain, so again, super excited for that. I'll be spending just 1 day at Disney's California Adventure. Again, I don't know too much about Disney's California Adventure. Obviously there's Incredicoaster there, which looks insane, looks really, really good fun. So again, I'm not too sure on what to expect there. Hours at Disneyland are incredibly long, so it's 8 AM till midnight. I was planning on spending 2 days back to back there. I don't quite know if I'm going to do 8 till midnight on the first day, but I'll definitely be doing it on the second day. And then California Adventure is 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So slightly shorter hours, but again, I don't think it's quite as big a park. Another thing that will be closed on my trip is the Matterhorn bobsleds. That is a bucket list attraction for me to experience, but it gives me a reason to go back out there. I knew that was going to be closed ahead of booking the trip. It was Disney are great at putting which attractions are going to be closed on their website months and months in advance. So I knew that was going to be closed before I booked it. But again, I wanted to get out there. I want to experience these things, and it gives me a reason to go back. So after that, I'll be heading to Knott's Berry Farm. This is the kind of the second park that was I wanted to tick off on this trip. Hours there will be 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. I'm going on a Friday, so I think it might be busy. My plan is, if it is busy, is to buy Fastlane. One of the websites that I use quite a lot is Q Park, I think it's called. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's an absolutely fantastic website, and it gives you queue times for parks around the world. And what I do in a couple of weeks before I go is I see the day that I'm going, so I know that I'm going on a Friday. So the couple of Fridays before is I'll just load that website up, I'll refresh it a couple of times throughout the day, and I'll just see what the queue times are like. If the queue times are extremely busy, then I'll buy Fastlane or Fast Pass, sometimes it's called, but Fastlane before I go. If it doesn't look too bad, then I'll wait and see on the day, and then upgrade my package on the day if I need to. So that's kind of a great tip that I would use. The Q website that I'm on about covers all of these parks that I've just mentioned. So yeah, definitely recommend using that. Again, I'll be using that on a daily basis in the next couple of weeks to see where I'm up to. And to see if I'm going to need to spend a little bit more money to have a fantastic experience. So back to kind of Knott's Berry Farm. Main reason for that is Ghost Rider. That I watched the POV of that the other day for the first time, and I kind of wish I hadn't. That thing looks absolutely incredible. Might become my new favourite wooden roller coaster. I'll definitely be heading there first. Yeah, I mean, I know the operations on it aren't great, and I know that it's had a bit of problems. Fingers crossed it'll be open when I get there. But yeah, that thing just looks insane. Excited to do Accelerator again, as I mentioned earlier with Stealth. There's not many of these Intamin accelerators left, so again, another reason for wanting to go out there and experience these things is let's get out there before these parks close. These incredible attractions. I don't think that ride has got long left. I know it had a paint up last year or the year before, so I think it's got a few years left in it, but I think with these hydraulic launch coasters, there's really not many of these left in the world now. So yeah, excited to give that a go. Obviously I've done Rita and Stealth. I think they're the only two that I've done. Obviously I did Kingdom Cardinal before that closed, but Rita and Stealth are kind of the two that are still going. I'm excited to do one that's got a little bit of a layout afterwards. I know Rita does, but it's not a great layout, obviously, with the restrictions that Alton Towers have. So yeah, the layout after the initial launch looks good, so I'm excited to do that. Hang Time as well looks at an insane roller coaster. Lap bar restraints, I think. I've just done the Smiler, which, as I've said in my vlogs, that coaster has the potential to be absolutely world class if it had lap bar restraints, but it doesn't. So I'm excited to do an infinity coaster with lap bar restraints. Again, looks like a really good fun layout. And then finally, Silver Bullet. I love B&M inverts. Absolutely love the job that they've done on Nemesis Reborn. Really enjoyed Raptor at Cedar Point. That was a really fun, unique layout. Quite intense as well, actually. That last helix, I really felt myself grey out. So I've looked at Silver Bullet. Looks a kind of really unique and interesting layout. So I'm super excited to get on Silver Bullet. And then after that, I'll be doing a couple of days off-camera sightseeing in LA to kind of finish the trip. So yeah, I'm super excited for this trip. There'll be plenty of vlogs. I don't know how many there'll be. Obviously, I'll be doing the ones from the parks, and I'll probably try and do some travel vlogs and sightseeing pictures and things like that across social media. But yeah, I'm super excited to bring you guys along. The first real epic trip on this channel, which should be great. So yeah, just over 2 weeks to go, and I will see you out there in LA.